There's an old story about a master archer named Kenzo, who lived in a mountain temple in ancient Japan. Lords and warriors would travel for days just to watch him shoot. People said he never missed, even when his target was so far away that ordinary archers could barely see it. One winter morning, a powerful lord came to test his legendary skill. He brought a small golden coin, and he walked 200 paces away from where Kenzo stood. He held the coin up between his fingers, and he shouted that if Kenzo was truly the greatest archer in Japan, he should shoot this coin right out of his hand. Everyone watching held their breath, because this looked impossible. The coin was barely visible from so far away, and one tiny mistake would send the arrow straight into the Lord's hand, or his chest. But Kenzo just smiled. He closed his eyes for a long moment, and his breathing slowed down, deep and steady. Then he opened his eyes, raised his bow, and released the arrow in one smooth motion. The arrow flew straight and true, and it struck the coin perfectly in the center, sending it spinning through the air. The Lord was stunned. Nobody watching could believe what they had just seen. Afterward, a young man pushed through the crowd and fell to his knees in front of Kenzo. He begged to know the secret behind such an impossible shot. And Kenzo's answer surprised everyone who heard it. He said he did not make that shot once today. He had already made it 10,000 times. Every morning and every night for 30 years, he had shot that exact arrow in his mind. So when he let go of the bow today, his hands simply did what they had already done 10,000 times before. This was the real secret of the greatest masters in Japanese history. It was not better physical training. It was not natural talent. It was the power of training the mind through inner vision. The young man who knelt before him that day became his student. But his training was nothing like what he expected. For an entire year, he never touched a bow. Every single day, he sat in a quiet room and practiced only in his imagination. He pictured holding the bow. He felt its weight. He drew the string back, and he released the arrow. He watched it fly through the air and strike the target, dead center. Many times, he wanted to quit. It felt like a complete waste of time. But Kenzo reminded him of an old Zen teaching. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. The difference is that the master did most of his failing in his mind, where he could learn the lessons without paying the price. When the student finally picked up a real bow after a full year, he was shocked. The bow felt familiar in his hands, as if he had held it 1,000 times already. His body knew exactly how to stand and how to move. His very first arrow flew straight and landed close to the center of the target. Kenzo explained what had happened. When you picture a movement in great detail, your muscles actually respond with tiny motions, as if you are really doing it. These movements are far too small to see, but over time they are enough to train your body. The student's muscles had been practicing all along, and he never even knew it. The Zen masters understood something profound about the human mind. They discovered that your mind cannot clearly tell the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. Think about what happens when you imagine biting into a sour lemon. Your mouth starts to water. Your face might even scrunch up. even though there is no lemon at all. Your body reacts to your imagination as if it were completely real. And this same principle works for everything else. When you clearly picture yourself succeeding at something, your mind starts to believe that success is normal and expected. When you visualize staying calm under pressure, your mind learns that calm is the right response to difficulty. The ancient masters also taught that whatever you focus your mind on, you start to notice everywhere. When you visualize a goal every day, you begin to see opportunities and resources that you would have walked right past before. Your mind gets trained to search for everything connected to what you want. So if you want to use this ancient power in your own life, here is what the masters taught. Find a quiet place where no one will disturb you. Calm your body with slow, deep breaths until you feel peaceful and still. Then, build your vision in complete detail, using all of your senses. Don't just see what you want. Hear the sounds. Feel the sensations in your body. Live the emotions that would be there in that moment. And most importantly, don't only picture success. Picture the difficulties too. See the challenges come up, and see yourself handling them with steady calm. This is what separates true masters from ordinary dreamers. When real problems arrive, your mind will not fall into panic, because it has already solved these problems many times before. Practice every morning when you wake up, and every evening before you sleep. One session will not change your life, but 1,000 sessions will transform who you are. The Zen masters taught that an untrained mind is like a wild horse running wherever it wants. But a trained mind is like that same horse with a skilled rider who can guide it anywhere he chooses. Most people let their minds fill with whatever thoughts happen to drift by, usually worries and fears and doubts. But through daily visualization, you choose what fills your mind. You paint the pictures yourself, instead of letting fear paint them for you. This is why Kenzo could make an impossible shot look effortless. To everyone watching, it looked like a miracle. But to Kenzo, it felt like something he had already done 10,000 times. The greatest achievements always begin as pictures in the mind, and the person who can control those pictures can slowly shape the direction of their entire life. Thank you for being here today. Take good care of yourself.